Chen's program has already talked about the Bodhisattva raising a person to the Jade Emperor bow, preparing to say that it should be a god, or Huang Qinghua abandoned. The Jade Emperor's exogenous Erlang god came to bless the Song Palace. Under the fighting method between Erlang god and Song Gong saw that he could not resist, and finally became the appearance of Erlang god himself, and went to Erlang Shen's hometown of Guangjiangku. Why did Song Gong do this? Because doing so actually did not help the battle situation. Here we should note that in the book Journey to the West, impersonating others is the thing that the gods hate the most. And by this time, Song Gong had already used all his abilities and could not escape the pursuit of Erlang God. But it's just to discuss Erlang God. Come on, let's hurt each other. The fourth stage of the battle is that the two people fought back to Huagua Mountain from the mouth of the Guanjiang River, and the four heavenly kings are now equally important, the first room of jade scenery. And Kong Zhang appetizing and waiting for these Erlang God's subordinates, camping the Zhen army, the core effort to put the beautiful Queen Wang Wei not mentioned. At this time, the Song Palace really came to a decisive situation. At this point in the story, we found that this Song Palace and Erlang God are really very similar. The Song Palace will change Erlang God's not only but also completely suppress it. It is precisely this change in reading that everyone thinks that Erlang Shen will also do it 72 times, and some people even say that Erlang Shen will do it 73 times. However, according to Journey to the West, it is clearly mentioned that it will be 72 times, only the Bull Demon King and Song Gong. The Song Palace has 7 waste kings and defeats, and Erlang God also has a section of the 7 holy forms of the mountain. Erlang God suppressed the Song Palace everywhere in the past, although the number was not particularly large, but the combat effectiveness. Playing with the wealthy son of Xinghua Guishan, and there are also 6 brothers outside the festival. Those brothers in the Song Palace have long known where they died, and everyone has paid attention. When Erlang Shen reported to King Li, he opened his mouth and said that I wanted to read the change with Song Gong. Erlang Shen knew the Song Palace very well and had known that the Song Palace would be 72 times. Here we can make a bold fake heat. The so-called Song Palace is designed according to Erlang Shen. And by the waste ball, its ability cannot exceed that of Erlang Shen, so in this way, when it is necessary to clean up the Song Palace, the Emperor can send Erlang God to subdue the Song Palace. In other words, Erlang God is the post-tragedy of the Emperor's land. So what is the fate of the Song Palace, which has been maintained by Tuan Tuan at this time? The Song Palace was surrounded by Erlang God, so it can be said that there was no land to go. But what really caught the Song Palace was not Erlang God, as described in the original owner. The Emperor was speaking about the Song Palace and the Queen Mother's immortal relatives. To that is, Erlang went to the resumption of the battle, and there was no return on this day. At this time, regarding the long road level, please come out of the south gate with His Majesty's fellow Taoist group. Go see how it is for a while. The Imperial Emperor's record put down the same group about the Queen Mother and Song Xianqin, only difficult to Tianmen. Wei Guan Erlang Shen and Song Gong monotony. At this time, the Emperor began to express his position on the Taoist group. The Imperial Miscellaneous Immortal opened his mouth to say to the old county how about the 2 young gods raised on the screen. State affairs have magical powers, and he is loud and sleepy, but he is just in love. I live in his palace now, and I will never hold his eyes. About the Bodhisattva, the reason why he taught everyone to the outside of the south gate of heaven. It's not just that I want everyone to watch the game. But he wanted to live in the war at this time, Lao Jun spoke. How can the Bodhisattva keep him in the holy weapon plane? The Bodhisattva said, I will soak the water in the nearby ocean and hit the other end. I can't kill him, and I also hit a fall, so I asked Erlang Shaoxing to get him. Let's rank it about making a strategic goal. I'm going down the screen, it's best to beat this loose space to death. Even if you can't kill them, you have to be crippled. As long as this loose space dies, it will completely cut off the Tathagata's path to ascendance. But the reason why I let everyone look at me is to let everyone see clearly. I'm here to watch the battle, as long as I really kill Matsukong. This pot is important to the group. You want to have a drink with me. What would you do if you were an old county at this time? The monkey that has been coming from an unknown source is now about to be killed by the Bodhisattva. It doesn't matter if you die and loosen. The secret of the disappearance of this plate head is dead. The kitchen behind the scenes can't be found. I can't find someone to answer it. How can this be? So Lao Jun hurriedly stopped the Bodhisattva at this time. Hey, Bodhisattva, your screen is a kind spirit. If you beat him, you will get better. If you can't hit him on the head or hit his iron rod. Don't take my old army to live with him. This is quite ridiculous. As a god, go to the group and let him break Guan Yin's screen. This is obviously an excuse. So at this time, the Bodhisattva asked the old army, "Oh, what weapons do you have?" He replied to the group, "Oh. Then you can embroider it on the left side together. Take down a circle," said. "My weapon has just been trained." I also singled out the ring. Dr. Yang's spiritual weapon can change. The water and fire are unclear and can soak pigs. A fine and fat is also known as Jingjua. Back then, he even lost to him. Morning and evening are the most defensive. Let me drop him and hit him. This is the first appearance of the Supreme Veterans King Kong Circle. The main Vajra Circle is the Supreme Veteran Army from the left. I can't cut it off. It can be said that this is the Supreme Veteran. The self-defense baby of the shoelaces on your body. Later, the old army said that he was stolen by Qingliu gold. That's naturally very suspicious. Of course, this is a later story. Let's first talk about this move of the Supreme Veteran at this time. Fame and art are helping to make up for the miscellaneous. In fact, it is to make up for the miscellaneous in Zhu Ai Guanyin. Killing people to silence me is considered an uncle, sending me to move my life. The direct Ho Wang only cared about fighting the seven saints but didn't know. The heavens chased down this weapon and hit the heavenly spirit. Unsteady foot fell a knife. Climb up the river and run. The result is Grandpa Erlang's sense of power. It's a bite according to the leg belly. So he fell again. I couldn't get up several times, and the seven saints were useful. The dark pig will be the god and the king. It's enough to overbear stocks. It can't be changed anymore. The empty was finally caught. Then the air is alive. What is the reaction with the ground? The ground was immediately captured. The long-standing order of the king and the gods of heaven and the gods. Suppressing the exhibition platform Jiangsu Zhejiang. Jockeys everywhere. It seems that the land is sincere. I want to die and send it empty. But the accident happened again. The seven heavens great sage was crushed by the Zhongtian spirit. The medicine exhibition table is helping. I think the medicine will stay on it. The cutter range is similar. It was Mo Xiang who wanted to ride the god. Is it the heart? Strive to make the fire not heavy, and set fire to the stomach. One cannot be burned. It is also said that the thunder does not value the gods and uses thunder blood to reach the gods. The driving method cannot damage a good one. The powerful track king and the heavy cavalry swing. This great sage does not know how to learn from the same place. This is the law of the sage. Really cut the amplitude with a knife. Retta burned. It can't be damaged. I know what to do. Kill with the ground and send it empty. This is very embarrassing. He blurted out with the ground. Good. This death waits. But how to deal with it? At this time, the Supreme Veteran Army spoke again. The delicious plate of peaches led to the jade wine and came to the present. My Wu Hyuden was alive in hands, and he ate it in his stomach. Use the third sister to break it into pieces. So now he is also a soul reborn Vajra and goes straight. Almost none of them can be hurt. Led by the old Taoist and placed in the gossip. Use the soul fire to break the love. Exercise my courage. His body is gray and quiet. The same thing. The Supreme Veteran is remembering. It can be seen that the balance is for these gods. It's not all chronic. I like to strengthen it. I was afraid of being stronger for a while. What is the implication of the old army's formula? It is. This man ate my Wu Hyuden. He also went straight to King Kong. Except for me. None of you can kill Wukong. So now. This is a hero. Leave it to me obediently. In the previous program, we mentioned me. Send the air to steal fresh elixir. This was arranged by the Supreme Veteran. So what did you eat in the air? Supreme Veteran. It must be light. So he knew about this medicine show. Yage killed Wukong. That's why there is no Jade Land. But Guanyin is a variable. So he has to be fenced. Yudi didn't have any reason to come to Zumao. Can only be left to the Supreme Veterans. Take. Send Wukong. Have you found out? It's up to now. Yudi Guanyin shop killed. They all want to kill and send empty. Yudi is afraid of Pan Tao. Lost. And Guanyin shop kills. I don't want everyone to go. Please come to the shop to send Wukong. Let the Tathagata take the throne. Both of them wanted to send Wukong to die quickly. He is a unique and supreme veteran. It became a gift to Wukong. There is a fate.